And welcome, college basketball fans. This is where you want to be, right here on 2K Sports. Some great action ahead, and we're happy to have you here along with us for the ride.
Here we go.
This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. It's the Michigan Wolverines taking on the Kansas Jayhawks.
There is no feeling like a packed house on a college campus. You can just feel the electricity in the air as two major colleges go head-to-head on the hardwood.
And even though this game isn't a must-have game, it feels like a tournament game, a one-and-done type situation. Both of these programs know that a win here could be huge for them as they get ready to make a run in March.
So the Wolverines starting five. Smith is out there with Ellis. Then there's Flash. Then it's Jones. And it's Crawford at two guard. Well, for a long time, Michigan has been a big power in men's basketball, really in all sports. The school has a very strong program.
No doubt, the Wolverines love their sports. Easy to cheer for the basketball program with all the success they've had over the years.
Not really necessary with nobody on you. I mean, why put yourself off balance on that shot when you're wide open?
And with Freak, he takes a lot of pride in where he hails from. Didn't grow up with a silver spoon in his hand by any means, and his family cheers him on from Harden.
And Greg, you can see it in this game. I mean, we're all a product of where we've been, our environment, our experiences. And with Freak, he doesn't take anything for granted. Some of the very best players of all time have come from the projects like Freak, and he takes pride in playing for Harlem when he's on the court.
And so here's Kansas. Here's Duncan. Off target at the rim. On, here we go. Crawford all alone. Finished off the break.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Stevenson drives in, and he gets the bucket. Stevenson's got his second basket of the night.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
Screen by Ellis. Flash passes to Ellis. Terry grabs the board.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there, and I'm sure he appreciated it.
Now here's Stevenson. He's got five. From 16 feet away, Kansas. Stevenson's got 7 points.
And Freak has really come out blazing here in the first half, absolutely imposing his will on the opponent.
And Greg, that's what great college players do. I mean, they control the game and really make the opposing defenses adjust to them.
Here's Flash. Six on the shot clock. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. The Wolverines shooting their first foul shots of the night here. On the free throw, no good. Good on the second free throw. And the Jayhawks with possession. Stevenson drives in. Daniels, no good.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Stevenson with it. Foul guarded by Stevenson. And the foul called on Freak. That's his first foul. Screen by Jefferson. Pass to Cunningham. Outside Knight. Out to the right wing. Just 5 to shoot. Taylor kicks to Knight. The 10-footer. And that's good for 2. It's a tie ball game. Well, one thing about Kansas is that they love their basketball. Jayhawks have long been synonymous with being a powerhouse college program.
One of the true blue bloods, if you will, in college basketball. I mean, they've been relevant and in contention for a very long time. They were winning titles before any official organization was put in place.
Stevenson in at point guard. And it's Deadman in at the 4 spot. On the court for Michigan, we've got Cunningham. Jefferson is out there with Taylor. And it's Stevenson in at the point.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still as a defender.
Hello, welcome back. This is college basketball on 2K Sports. And if you're just tuning in, this is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg as we get set for the second half.
Guys, we had a tight game through the first half. I think we'll see more of the same coming out of the break.
And it's just going to take one big run for one of these teams to establish control. If we can get hot, this team has a great chance of coming away with the victory.
Stevenson, he's in at the point. Also Duncan out there. And it's Gaines in at the 5 down low. And for the Wolverines, they've got Smith. Ellis is out there with Jones. And there's Flash. And it's Crawford at the shooting guard position.
Look at the big fella working on that possession. He knows how to fend guys off and get those rebounds.
One thing with Freak that we know is he makes sure he gets his shots up no matter what. One way or another, he's going to get his workout in, and that's why so many are confident that he'll continue to improve.
Part of it is that he has a twin sister who actually taught him how to play ball. She helped him develop his game and become the player he is today. Pretty nice to have a sibling willing to help you develop your skill set on the court.
And for Kansas, Stevenson, he's in at point guard. Also Duncan out there, and it's Oubre in at the small forward position. Now here's Stevenson. Defense is right there. From the line, and it's Michigan with the rebound.
They have yet to hit a shot, a real slow start here in the second half.
Crawford's shot is good.
Boy, some really big names have come out of the Kansas Jayhawks program into the NBA. A pair of first overall picks in their history. Believe it or not, Wilt Chamberlain wasn't one of them.
Michigan with the ball. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. Screen by Smith. In the corner, it's Crawford. For the lead. Got a piece of it. Here's Flash, and he misses the go-ahead basket.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
Duncan with it, and Crawford picks him up defensively. Ellis against Stevenson. The three-pointer, no good. Well, on the topic of Wilt Chamberlain's draft was under that territorial right, which was why he wasn't first overall. But if you add him to the list, that would make 3 total Jayhawks taken #1, Greg.
Yeah, along with Danny Manning and also Andrew Wiggins being the overall #1 selection. I mean, the Jayhawks have had a ton of talent, though, in the lottery over the course of their history. This school has produced just tremendous talent year in and year out.
Like Paul Pierce. Swap here for Kansas. Jayhawks leading by 3.
You know, so often we can forget that these players are student athletes. I mean, Freak does not have that problem. He's an amazing student off the floor and is very dedicated in the classroom.
And how about Freak with a 4.0 GPA, an honor student in high school, and has carried that same work ethic to college as well as he prepares for his games. He truly embodies what it means to be a student athlete.
On the court for Michigan. Knight is out there with Smith. And there's Flash, and it's Knight in at the 2-guard spot.
And they continue to add to their lead. They might be ready to pull away.
No surprise from my end. I mean, they've been really good, and they're looking even better at this moment.
And Michigan has possession. 7-point differential. Feeds it to Smith. Pass to Flash. Back to Smith. 1:27 left in the second half of basketball. Here's Stevenson. The tray. Rebounded by Ellis. Michigan trails by 5. Crawford drives in. .11 left to play here in the second half. Michigan moving it around. Here's Flash. He's guarded by Stevenson. Here's Smith. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for the Jayhawks?
You know, with their fast break operating so efficiently, I mean, you can see why they've gone with it throughout the game.
Yeah, and another thing, they've created a lot of turnovers, but they've also been able to convert when they've gotten out in transition. And you see a lot of players who are very talented play with a me-first approach. That is not the case with Freak. He doesn't try and attract any unnecessary attention and just focuses on playing his game.
Yeah, I like that about him, Greg. I mean, in a day and age where most guys are self-centered and it's all about me, it's refreshing for a player like Freak, who doesn't invite that kind of noise. I mean, that's as impressive as his skill set.
And so here's Kansas. They played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points.
What a game we've seen here for Stevenson. He has 14 points and 2 steals. I'll tell you what, he's made his mark on this game in so many ways, guys.
And he would have stood out just on the strength of the defense. But how about offensively? He's been clicking there as well. Yeah, showing off a really smooth stroke there, and that will add to their lead.
And it's Smith missing.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so both free throws are good, and it's an 8-point game.
Well, the comeback hopes are out the window now. I think it's safe to say.
Yeah, it's a done deal. It's wrap time for this group.
And Stevenson with the basket on the assist by Jenkins.
And really, it looks like he may just try to take this thing over on his own and really build that lead up.
Jefferson with the 3. And once again off the mark by Michigan. A 3 from Stevenson. And so the Jayhawks take the win. And welcome to this broadcast of college basketball on 2K Sports. The action doesn't get much better than two of the most dynamic teams in college basketball going at it on the hardwood. Hi, this is Kevin Harlan, joined by my partners Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. We've got the Kansas Jayhawks and the Texas Longhorns.
And the thing you love about collegiate sports, the passion, the energy, I mean, the competitiveness and that hunger and drive to succeed and show what you have, it's really always a marvel to watch.
No doubt about it, Greg. And seeing these players out here tonight, I remember how the love for the game of basketball in those formative years when I was playing college was so invaluable. I mean, the experience you gain with excellent coaching and mentorship at this level, really a huge part of where you go with your talent.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Kansas Jayhawks. Stevenson, he's in at the point. Also Duncan out there. And it's Oubre in at the three. Pass to Doherty from deep. And he gets the bucket. Doherty's got his first 3 points of the game.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble. You know, sometimes you can see how a player can lead on the floor from the sidelines, and you see that with Freak. I mean, he's got the skills and athleticism as a point guard in addition to the leadership, too.
And, guys, people often underestimate just how important leadership is. You know, there's no stat for that, but guys like Chris Paul and Steph Curry have incredible skill, but their leadership on the floor is equally as important. Freak is a floor general in their mold. And Kansas always seems to be in title contention. I mean, the program does a great job of finding tough players and having a system that fits them best. Rarely are they not a title contender.
Now, here's Stevenson. And again, it's Kansas.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
Edwards with it. And the pass to Turner. Kicks it to Ellis. Turner with a screen on Duncan. Pass to Edwards. At the elbow, it's Turner. Off the screen. No good. Good work defensively by Terry. And the Jayhawks do a great job in recruiting talent. All sorts of players have come through Kansas and found success.
Yeah, and you know they develop not only the stars like Paul Pierce and Andrew Wiggins, but role players too, guys that have made a living in the NBA as fitting into roles. Mario Chalmers and Nick Collison come to mind.
Texas shooting their first free throws of the night right here. That free throw good from Ellis. Both teams deciding to change it up. Both free throws good from Ellis. And so here's Kansas. They trail by one. Stevenson drives in. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now. Clark, a lot of give and take between these sides early.
Kevin, how about 6 lead changes in this half already?
Yeah, and both teams look like they came to play. We should have a good one.
Blair dishes to Ward. From the wing. The shot no good. And Kansas the other way now. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. We've got Ellis. And it's Rush in at the 3, the small forward. Stevenson against Blair. Stevenson outside. 6 on the shot clock. The Jayhawks need to get off a shot here. Calderon, that's good. The Texas Longhorns have been building their basketball program over the years. They have been on the verge of greatness for a long time.
I think Texas in general is very decorated in its athletics program. I mean, still looking for their first college basketball championship on the men's side is what they're reaching for.
And so in the game for the Jayhawks. So we've reached the end of the first half of play. Jayhawks out front. They're up by 10. And we welcome you back to college basketball here on 2K Sports as we get ready to get going for the second half of play.
And while there is a little bit of distance between the two teams, one big run could close the gap in a hurry.
Yeah, I agree with you, Greg. In order to hold on to this lead, they'll need to keep going to Freak to get things working for them offensively. This play in the second half of this game, critical.
On the court for the Longhorns, they've got Doherty. Ellis is out there with Edwards. Then it's Turner, and it's Ford in at the 4 spot. Oubre kicks to Duncan. Nobody near Stevenson, and that comes off the assist by Duncan. 11 points for Freak.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
And here's Doherty. He's got 7. Ellis the pass to Edwards. They set the screen. Ellis draws the double. Longhorns passing it around. 4 dishes to Doherty. Unloads from 13. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Doherty's got 9 points. Jayhawks leading by 11. From deep, Stevenson. And again, Kansas with the triple.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
And they may have found the Achilles heel of this defense. That was their 9th straight point from beyond the arc.
And Turner kicks to Doherty. Here's Edwards. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And that's a huge play. I mean, they need more like it because second chance points are going to be key in this game.
Probably so. That's usually a crucial element to any comeback.
Yeah, and if you look at it, had they been converting those second chances all along. Reverse that one home. Now that was nice, real nice.
The agility on display.
Yeah, you love that body control.
How about the power and grace on that finish? An open jump shot there, and their D not putting up any resistance today.
And Doherty kicks to Edwards. And the foul called on Freak. And Texas with a change here, too. Turner's checked in. Kansas also making some changes. Frazier comes in for Boss, and Freak subbed in for Daniels. And so in the game for the Jayhawks, Stevenson in at shooting guard, and it's Dedman in at the 4 spot. And so it's Texas with it, a 12-point game. The shot by Turner no good.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
Dishes to Gaines. Calderon passes to Stevenson. 16 feet away. Rush grabs the miss.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And now running up the court, Stevenson pushing it up. And again, it's Kansas. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Jayhawks.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. They've been in attack mode on the defensive end.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
So both teams making some changes here. 3 from the inbound. Edwards can't hit. Jayhawks leading by 14. Stevenson with it. Picked up by Ellis.
Move the ball.
Ellis against Stevenson. And good on the basket. Book it. Stevenson's got 20.
And these are exactly the kinds of performances that have people looking at Freak like he's the next big thing.
And with his team up, he knows that blood is in the water. I'm guessing he'll continue to press and look to carry the team on his back. This is a performance that will help define his college career. Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
And off the front iron, and in it goes. 22 points for him.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Jayhawks.
Clark, what do you think was the deciding factor in this one?
Simply field goal percentage. They shot the ball much better than the opponent.
I mean, when you look at the stats, you'll see just how dominant a game this was for Stevenson. It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
51 seconds left in the game. Feeds it to Turner. Good work defensively by Terry.
Excellent. Really solid job, actually, by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
Fires from 18. And again, the basket is good from Stevenson. And Kansas leads by 18. 32 seconds left in this one. Pass to Ellis. They double-team Ellis. To the middle. Here's Edwards. Good, and the assist goes to Ellis.
You always hear about chemistry. That's a perfect example, knowing where each other is at all times.
The three from Stevenson. And the rebound goes to the Longhorns. Here's Doherty. And it's Ellis penetrating. Drops it in from 14 feet away.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
Fires from the wing. Offline. And so the Jayhawks